las amantes. Se escucha un estruendo que viene de adentro. Pobre paloma, ahora lloras mi lamento. Ahora que el árbol ha caído y muerta la leña se ahoga en el fuego, se me desnuda el dolor y el alma. A lo lejos el río, el amor se lleva. Noche y día, el amor se va. Noche y día, y el amor se fue. Quizás no quede nada, mi vigilia se acaba, penas ya no habrá. Quise borrar los recuerdos, se me desnuda el dolor y el alma. A lo lejos el río, el amor se lleva. Noche y día, el amor se va. Noche y día, y el amor se fue.
Hello, I have been saying I will register at the gym, I will register at the gym, I will register at the gym. This has become a song in my life for I think 2 years now. Finally, today I went out there. I think I still have the brochure. Just a sec. That's the brochure. I went out there and I registered and I paid. So now I have a 1 month. Oh, the sun is beautiful. Now I have a 1 month gym membership that begins on the 11th next month, God willing. And I get my chip and I get my I take a few sessions with a trainer just to start me off. I paid the extra package because it's my first time at a gym. Do you hear how I'm panting? It's because I never exercise and it's been a long time since I walked in my neighborhood like I'm doing right now, out on a beautiful walk. It's almost midday. I wanted to say on this beautiful morning, but it's almost midday. I need to start taking sports and exercise seriously. And so I'm happy I registered for the gym this morning. Oh, the sun. The warm weather months are slowly fading. Autumn is here. The Americans call it fall. German speakers call it Herbst. And as the warm weather months slowly fade, I need some type of activity to keep not only my body in shape, but my mind. Let me turn around the camera and show you the river. Don't know if it'll still be visible this way. Now let me just turn around the camera. It's the river down there. Very calm today. Sometimes it's very loud. I hear it from my house. Today it's just really calm and nice because it's a nice sunny day. But if you listen, you can still hear the beautiful water flowing. I walk somewhere behind these trees. I'm reporting later for a few hours because some of you think she's just... Oh, look at the mountains. Do you see the mountains behind me? This is the Alps, baby, the Alps. But winter is almost here, so they will be covered in snow soon enough. Anyways, as I was saying, some of you think beautiful trees. This Kenyan, she's just some lazy girl who married a man of means, so she doesn't have to work. She married an Austrian. So I've been told that on social media by some ignorant people. Let me surprise you. This Kenyan that you see right here comes from a tribe in Kenya, because in Kenya we have tribes, over 40 tribes. This one comes from a tribe in Kenya called the Agikoyo, popularly known as Kikuyu. There is no way I would have sat at home as money passes me by. We are called greedy, we are told we love money. Okay, I claim it. There is no way I was going, oh, look at that. Just the river and the mountains. Beautiful. There's no way I was going to sit at home as others make money out there. So my hubby goes to work and I do what? Sleep all day, read novels like a lot of housewives do out here. While there are places that need people to work and it's not even stressful, you can always get something part-time. You can always get even a full-time job that doesn't stress you that much. At this point, allow me to just pause this video and quickly, directly address a fellow housewife married abroad. So you might be from the African continent or you might be from the Caribbean islands. You are an immigrant, you're a foreigner, you went to a European country, you got married and you've settled there. And you're too afraid and too fearful to go out there and ask for work because you don't speak the language. So probably you're in Austria like myself, or in Germany, or you're in France, you're in Belgium, you're in Italy, and you're sitting at home. Let me just talk to you real quick. Stop being scared. Stop being afraid. There was a study that was recently conducted, and they found rising numbers in especially black immigrants in Europe, rising numbers of depression. Like, people out here are getting depressed because of not having work and not having a social life. Put yourself out there. I know you don't speak fluent German, just like I don't speak fluent German. I know you don't speak fluent French. Maybe you're in France, in Italy, you don't speak Italian. You're in the Netherlands, you don't speak their language. I know that. But you know what? They also know that. The white folks there also know that. So they're not going to talk to you in a complicated way. If you put effort, they will understand you. They're not stupid. They will understand what you're trying to say. So just go out there in your broken German, and tell them, hey, hallo, ich bin die Elisabeth, ich suche für Arbeit, ja, ich kann alles machen, ich brauche nur ein bisschen Training. Like, just tell them, I just need a little bit of training. Listen, start from scratch. A lot of foreigners say, oh, I'm not going to start until I can talk fluently. Don't do that. Learn as you go. Learn as you work. Do not lock yourself up in the house when your husband is at work. Soon enough, you're nagging him. You guys are arguing. You're stressed. He goes to work. He comes back home. He finds a grumpy, stressed lady. You guys are fighting. Before you know it, you're depressed, alone in a foreign country. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. They conducted a research. African immigrants especially are becoming more and more depressed in foreign countries. That is concerning to me. I know the feeling of being an alien. I know it. Like, you're so afraid. These people look different. They have a different culture. I don't even understand what they're saying. Some of them are yelling at me. You don't even know what they're telling you. Sometimes you're going on the train. They're telling you to move in a foreign language. You don't know move where. You don't know what they're saying. You're at the pharmacy. You're trying to buy medicine. The person doesn't understand you. Listen. Put yourself out there in all your broken language. Be confident. Look nice. Talk to them. I know the culture is very different. Europeans are generally known to be distant and cold. That is nothing new under the sun. As compared to Africans, the way people say African warmth, African hospitality, you go to an African country, before you know it, your family, you're having dinner with strangers. Accept that they are different. Different doesn't always have to be bad. If you break the ice, I mean, these guys literally live on ice. When it's winter, it's frozen out here. These guys literally live in the cold and dark. But if you break that ice, figuratively speaking, and you talk to them, you would be surprised how many of them are willing to talk to you. There's a huge number of them who want to socialize. They just don't know how, because there's something in their culture that just doesn't train them that way, as opposed to our cultures. All right? So you have to just accept that. Some of them would rather be left alone. It's a European thing. But you would be surprised how many of them are curious about you. So go and get a cup of coffee at the coffee shop around by the corner of your house. Go there, and as you get your coffee, be like, "Hey, by the way, do you guys need help by any chance? Let me know." Because in the summer times, especially, restaurants, they always need people. They will even just go and be a kitchen helper. How else do you think you will be able to improve your language? How else do you think you will get a social circle and have people to sometimes hang out with? If you just stay in the house and just, be stressed and be like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe how this culture is. It locks you out. They do not embrace you. They just they isolate you." If you stay and let those thoughts consume you, that's how you'll end up being hospitalized. That's why the research is showing that a lot of immigrants are facing depression, not only from African countries, but Asian nations as well. But number one is mostly from Black nations, from the Caribbean and from Africa. That is sad. That is really sad. So do not be afraid. Do not be fearful. Walk out there and be like, at the local library, you guys normally need someone to design your logos, someone to like arrange your books, whatever. Talk to these people. They will always be like, "You know what? Can you come back tomorrow?" And in your broken, talk to them in your broken language. That's what I did when my husband was at work. I never just, stayed on my own and acted like, I don't know, like the whole world is against me, because I know it's not possible that in a country of over 1 million people, there's no single welcoming person. That's not scientifically possible. It's not logistically possible. There will always be a nice person. There will always be a good person. Always. That is my experience. There will always be someone who will be like, tell you what, I'll talk to my sister. She just opened up a restaurant. And can I have your number? Maybe in the beginning you'll have to serve tables, and then maybe they will make you manager. Like, that one person, trust me. Like, trust me, that one person always exists. That was my first step in the many different jobs that I've held in Austria. That way you're able to earn money and you're able to like invest back at home in your country. You're able to have a social circle. People will remember your name. Hi, Elizabeth, how are you today? It'll brighten up your day. You will go to shops. You will be a familiar face. You will go to restaurants, a familiar face. You even feel safer, and you get more respect from the locals. They know you don't speak their language fluently. Stop locking yourself up in the house and thinking that you sound stupid when you speak broken Italian. Italians are not stupid. They know that you're not from there. They know that you speak broken Italian. They understand what you're trying to say. It's the same for me in Austria. They get it. They know what I'm trying to say. Honey, I even talk with my hands. I talk like I'm talking to a deaf person. Like, I will express what I want to say in all sorts of ways. And it makes for funny conversation, right? Sometimes you will just burst out laughing because you know how ridiculous you sound. And they will also laugh. But they will get you. They will get what you mean. I mean, do not lock yourself in the house scared to start. It starts with the first step. Get out there. Get out there. Just go outside. Some of you are afraid because they stare at you. Of course they stare at you. A lot of these countries, it's predominantly white. They don't see black and brown people a whole lot. A lot of these neighborhoods, they just were used to seeing, well, themselves. Of course they will look. Human beings are curious. Now, will some of those looks be dirty? Of course. Just like back at home, there's people who are mean-spirited. Why do you expect that out here they're all angels? Conduct yourself with confidence and respect, and it will come back to you. They will eventually respect you. They will eventually say hello to you. They will nod, even if they don't say the actual words, hi, but they will nod. Why? You're a familiar face, you're not hurting them, and they know it now. And they see you working, so they know you're paying taxes in their country. It will be fine. At the end of the day, everything works out just fine when you put in the effort and you remain optimistic. Trust me, it will be just fine. Fine. Trust me on that one. Again, I know Europeans have a different culture. Accept that. Accept that in Europe, it's not an African country or a Caribbean country where the neighbor comes over, that you guys are close, that you don't need to call before you get there. Just accept that that's not their culture. The sooner you accept, the better it gets. It doesn't necessarily mean that their culture is wrong or that our culture is right. It's just different. Difference doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's just different. Program your mind that way. I talked to my husband. He's a European. He's white. He was brought up in the European culture. And he has a theory. He says maybe because of the weather, they evolved to just keep to themselves, to keep warm. And I've also had somebody else say that in the past, Europe was plagued by a lot of diseases. And they had a lot of sicknesses. And there was a lot of like pandemics and epidemics. So they learned to just stay away from people so they don't get infected with viruses or whatever had broken out that season. Like, they just learned to keep to themselves. So it's like, that's the way they evolved as human beings. Accept them that way. Again, you would be surprised once you break the ice how many of them have been looking forward to talk to a foreigner. A lot of them will express themselves slowly and slowly, and even if they don't become your bestie best friend, they will nod their head when they see you on the street. Just take them as they are, respect them, and accept them as they are. They're just people like us. Don't be afraid. Don't stay at home and be like, oh my gosh, they don't want me here. Sure, some of them will not want you here. What are you talking about? Not everybody will accept you. Focus on the ones who do. Focus on the ones who offer you a job. Focus on the ones who don't have a problem with foreigners. You will be just fine. And above all, pray. Put God first. Let God be your guiding light. Yeah, so now back to the video. We have a train that passes about, I don't know if I can show you from here. No, it's a bit far, although it sounds loud. It passes a few times a day. No way I was going to just sit around as money passes me by, as others make money. No effing way. Anyways, I have to go get ready for work because, like I mentioned, today I have a few hours. I think I have 5 hours today. And through that, you're able to make yourself some pocket money, you know, because my hubby doesn't ask me for anything. Whatever I make is mine. What he makes is ours, obviously. I'm his wife. But what I make is mine. He doesn't ask me for isht. And so it's good because it's euros. I can invest back home. I have, because of taking up jobs here and not just sleeping, I have property back home, because you never know what happens. At some point, maybe I just want to go back home. People separate, people divorce. I'm not wishing for that, but you know, life. Like I said, I'm a Kikuyu. They're the biggest schemers you will ever meet in your life. Oh, look at that. The mountains behind me. Alright, work is calling. Not literally, no one is calling me, but I mean, like, I feel like I should go and start getting ready because I also need to eat something. Oh, hi, you. So good people, if you somehow made it to the end of this video with all my shenanigans, I just want to get a little bit serious now and tell you to reflect on the words that I shared with you earlier about not isolating yourself as an immigrant, as a person living abroad, whatever it is that you're doing in the diaspora, as an expatriate, maybe a refugee, a foreigner, whatever it is that you are. Do not keep to yourself. Just go out there and interact with the world. I know it seems like there are more bad people than there are good people. My motto in life has always been to just be good, do good, spread good, and stay good. So don't let the bad people change you. If there is no good person where you are, you be the first good person. You will attract others. So don't be gloomy. Don't be pessimistic. Just look at the bright side of life, right? And the only way to overcome adversity is to literally overcome it, literally defy it, literally rebel. Just rebel. Be in its face and be like, what's up? Be in its face. Don't be afraid. Don't be fearful. So yeah, that would be my most honest advice to fellow foreigners. I love you. If you liked anything that you watched on this video or that you heard, do consider subscribing to my channel. Ciao.